it is. We'll play it back to you the second it happens. But first, with Joe Biden's presidential campaign appearing to be in a free fall, the superficially moderate wing of the Democratic Party has a new favorite. He's Mayor Pete Buttigieg. The most recent poll of Iowa Democrats shows Buttigieg leading by 3% in the state. So he could be the nominee, at least theoretically. So maybe it's time for us to take Pete Buttigieg seriously. Who is this guy? Well, he's running on his executive experience as the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. What exactly does that mean? Well, as Buttigieg campaigns, his city is experiencing an epidemic of violent crime. Aggravated assaults have more than tripled compared to when he took office. Is he responsible for that? What kind of place is it? What kind of mayor is he? Tony Katz is a radio show host. He knows the answers to these questions. He joins us tonight. Tony, thanks so much. So what kind of mayor has he been of South Bend, Indiana?
Well, I think that with all these things, you've got a mixed bag conversation.
Yeah.
He likes to point to, for example, unemployment going down in South Bend, but unemployment went down across Indiana in the 8 years that he was mayor. And there is nothing given to the fact that this started with Mitch Daniels, the current president of Purdue University, boiler up, and, of course, one of the great executives in American state history. Then you have the current governor, Eric Holcomb, who has been maintaining this pro-business kind of growth. And there was a guy in the middle by the name of Mike Pence, I don't know if you know the name or not, who absolutely was part of this growth. And some of those policies that he put together are the policies that Pete Buttigieg was able to utilize to bring down unemployment in South Bend because it was happening in Indiana.
So in the actual city of South Bend, though, violence seems like, and violent crime seem like they are rising pretty dramatically.
Yeah, and this is a very, very interesting story that you take a look at murder rate 2019. That's down. Even in my beloved Indianapolis, the murder rate seems to be like it's going to be less than it was last year. But it's been going up for 8 years in a row. And it was going up, of course, in South Bend. But the other crimes that you're talking about and you're referencing there, those are going up. Great article from Washington Free Beacon on this exact subject. That if you're going to point to, hey, look, I'm the mayor who reduced crime. Well, you don't actually have the whole story there on Pete Buttigieg because these other crimes have gone up. And if he wants to take credit for a lower murder rate, it's not the whole story.
Yeah. And by the way, I think he was elected with fewer than 10,000 votes. Can that be true?
I trust you on that one. But understand this is a city that also elected his deputy, his chief of staff, to replace him. So they went along with this. The story of Pete Buttigieg and the question you're asking is the right question, which is about executive experience. Does Pete Buttigieg, is he the guy who is a leader or is he a manager who took advantage of other situations and other things happening around him? The leadership question came into real question with the shooting of Eric Logan by Sergeant O'Neill, who had to resign from the force. The way Pete Buttigieg handled that was abysmal, and everybody knows it. Harvey Mills is the Fraternal Order of Police, and he said that nobody has faith in Pete Buttigieg. What he's done to the police is horrific. So on the leadership question, which is the executive question, one still has to wonder whether he has that kind of ability not to just push a policy or an idea or get people to follow.
What he really is a McKinsey consultant.
Well,
and if you don't know what that
he doesn't like to talk about that at all.
Yeah, I know he doesn't, but I do. Tony, great to see you tonight. Thanks so much.
Of course.
Well, Buttigieg doesn't work out. Democrats have yet another option they want if they